our growth path is very determined by our own attitudes to our own inner self. The way we respond to ourselves, the way we relate to ourselves, is the way our lives unfold. But most of us think that our life isn't what it should be or what we would like it to be because of some outside reasons. But actually all the reasons are inside. Does that make sense? We are our own worst enemy, so to speak, because we have particular attitudes, we have particular ways of being that control our reality. And our relationship with that inner self is where we are at the moment. We are the product, our lives at the moment are the product of how our internal life has been lived all our lives. The assumptions we've made, the beliefs we've hung on to, the judgments that we've nurtured, the ways we've seen people. I mean, we can just ask ourselves, why do I like certain people and dislike other people? What is it about the other people that makes me not want to see them or not want to have anything to do with them? Is it the people or is it me? Relationships that you've been in, friendships, even long-term relationships that have ended. Why did these relationships end? What part did I have to play in that? Was it because I didn't want to hear the other person's point of view? Was it because I was critical? Was it because I wanted more than was reasonable to ask for? Our relationships, I think, are the biggest telltale of our inner self, because it's almost like we play out that inner story. We play out our inner agenda. And when relationships start to fail, we need to ask ourselves, where am I not wanting to move or shift or change? And so it's important that we not take ourselves as a given. I often hear people saying, well, that's me, take it or leave it. And it's easy holding that sort of assumption and then making any problem everybody else's problem. Whereas I think if we become more transparent and more able to reflect on our own behavior, we might find that there's actually more that we need to do to actually ameliorate the situation. Jesus said, why do you have so much energy to take the splinter out of the other person's eye when there's a beam in your own eye? And so often people we react to or don't like represent something for us that we won't accept in ourselves. And it's easier to blame them and to want to fix them up than to actually be honest with ourselves and face ourselves. So you might just reflect on the relationships you struggle with and say, what in myself am I not prepared to face?